Hi everyone, I'm Hayley. I'm always in the craft room, and today I've got two French Navy Roscoe sweaters to talk to you about. The first one I made was this one, but as we have established on this channel, I can't do things mirror image. Let's try that again. The first one I made was this one, using a double-sided jersey fabric that I bought in Tokyo at Tomato Fabrics. And it was the perfect weight for this. So I knew it would be a great test version, and I did have a little bit of fun with the stripes, as you can see, because on one side this fabric is spotty and on the other side it's stripy. I did make one design change to this, and it is this front yoke. So as you can see on my later version, there is actually a seam line here, which is really just a design feature. There is some shaping in it, but not loads. So for this version, I simply buttered the two pieces together, overlapped by the seam allowance, taped that together, and cut this front piece out as one. And whilst I love the design line in a plain fabric, I do think in a pattern fabric I would do that again, because I really felt a seam line there with a fabric like this, which does have such an obvious pattern repeat. I thought that could be really distracting, and this fabric's busy enough already, isn't it? We don't need any more visual interference. The other change I made was also to the yoke, and it was an attempt, a failed attempt, at a square shoulder adjustment. I do have very square shoulders, and so I tried to work out roughly where the shoulder point was, and I raised it by 1.5 centimetres. I'm afraid all that achieved was to make this yoke kind of droopy, which didn't look great. So for this version, I eliminated my square shoulder adjustment and just made it exactly as per the pattern. The first version, I cut out exactly as the pattern lengthwise. I then, when I came to put the hemband on, wriggled into the hemband wearing the top, pinned it, flipped it, messed about, decided where I wanted it to be, and I ended up removing about 4 centimetres of length. Now, the pattern instructions are really, really good. They walk you through every step. My smug face is coming out because check out these zips. So proud. And I can't even take any credit. It was literally just the result of fantastic step-by-step instructions with clear diagrams, really good clear wording. The zip went in, no trouble on both of them, and everything lined up perfectly. Oh, perfect. But one thing that is a bit weird about the instructions is that they have you put elastic in the cuffs and in the hemband. The hemband, maybe that's less unusual, but it's really wide elastic. I think I've got like 6 centimetre elastic in there, and I have to say it's not my favourite. I do think this is just a personal preference thing, and as we have established, I am a little bit of a princess. But the waistband elastic bothers me because if I wear it where the waistband elastic falls, which is kind of around my hips, I can feel it gripping me all day, and that annoys me. I don't like it. But if I raise it up to my waist to make a nice blouse on effect, you lose the view. You can't even see the hemband. It literally, the hemband sits there, the top blouse is over it, and it is invisible. So yeah, if I pull it down and get the look that I want, it's a bit uncomfortable. If I let it recede and it's really comfortable, you can't see the hemband at all, and then I'm like, so kind of what's the point of it? The elastic in the cuff I also find slightly distracting. Now, I am easily distracted, and as we've established, I'm very sensitive. But yeah, I'm just always aware of it, and it's distracting. There's no other word for it. And when I say I'm easily distracted, I can't wear perfume because throughout the day I go, what's that smell? Oh, it's me. I'm wearing perfume. And I literally do that like 6 times in the course of a day. Yeah. So your mileage may vary. You might love the cuff elastic. I'm sure you could just do it with ribbing as well. On this version, I just did the cuffs with self fabric and it's worked fine and I'm very happy with them. It's probably not as cozy, but this is a really warm boucle and yeah, it's definitely warm enough. You will also see that for this version, I actually just left the hemband off. And I love it. It is quite cropped now, but that is because the 4 centimeters length I removed from this one. I also removed from this one. I just folded it out on the pattern before I cut it out. And my initial thought was, I'll make it without the hemband, try it on and see what I think. And I just loved it as it was. So I never did put the hemband on. I've turned a 2 centimeter hem. So yeah, it is quite cropped now compared to how the pattern is intended, but I absolutely love it. This boucle is from Jenny Stitches. It's so warm and cozy. And as I've said, I was hesitant about making such a warm item of clothing at this time of year as we're going into spring in the UK, summer's coming. But actually, I think it will be so useful of an evening because here in the UK in summer, it's light until 10 o'clock and it's such a beautiful place to be on a gorgeous summer's day. There's nowhere like England. So we do make the most of it because the weather is never guaranteed. So on those kind of days, we are sitting out until really, really late. You do need another layer. And I just think that will go with so many things. Now I'm looking at it. I think it will look nice with this, which is my Dominique jumpsuit by République de Chiffon. I will link to a pattern review Friday sews I did about this if you want more details. But yeah, I think they'll look really nice together. So I didn't tell you about sizing. I measured as a size B. Nope, ignore that. I'm reading my notes and it says B for bust. I measured as a size D at the bust, a D.5, if you know what I mean, at the waist, and a C at the hips. And I opted to just make a straight size D. And yeah, it's worked out good. So those are my 2 Roscoe sweaters. I hope you enjoyed hearing all about them. Any questions, do pop them in the comments below. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye.